Today we are going to be learning about people of the eastern woodlands. If you look at the map, you can see the Native Americans of New York and where they lived. The Algonquins lived on Long Island and in the Hudson River Valley. You can see them located in the green. They are called Algonquins because they all speak the same language. Looking at the same map, you can also see the Iroquois. They are located in the purple. Many of the Iroquois lived in central and western New York. We have the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, and Seneca. The Algonquins gave them the name Iroquois, which means rattlesnakes. However, they called themselves the Haudenosaunee, which means people of the longhouse. Here is a picture of a longhouse. Both the Algonquins and the Iroquois lived in longhouses. Up to 20 families lived in one house, which might seem like a lot, but they were about 200 feet long. If you look at the picture, you can see that they were made out of wooden poles and branches and covered with sheets of bark. Life in the eastern woodlands. Every member had a special role, and each member had to do their role in order to meet their basic needs for survival. The women tend to plant crops, care for the crops, and pick them, while the men did most of the fishing, hunting, trading. They also made canoes. Children also had jobs. The boys learned how to hunt small animals using their bow and arrow. Girls learned how to cook, make pottery, and make clothing. Here are the three sisters. If you look at the picture, you can see corn, bean, and squash. They're known as the three sisters because they were an important part of the diet for those who lived in the eastern woodlands. Storytelling. Storytelling was very important to Native Americans. Children would gather around the storyteller as they would speak about the land and the animals, and the storyteller would also tell about the history and ancestors. Ancestors are people in your family who lived before you. If you listen to the story, you'll hear one about a Seneca child who lived in central New York. One day, Dagogi, the cat, caught a mouse and made ready to eat it. But just as he was about to take his first bite, the mouse said, "Wait!" "Why should I wait?" said Dagogi. "I've waited long enough and I'm very hungry." The mouse answered, "No brave warrior ever eats until after he has first washed his hands and face." Dagogi then put the mouse down and began to wash his face. The mouse jumped up and scampered away, and Dagogi lost his dinner. He said, "This has taught me a lesson. I will never wash until after I have eaten."